It is loading for live. And we are now live on YouTube, so. Okay, Eula, you can take it away.
Okay, take two. Hola, I am Eula Cisneros Montoya, and I'm the owner of Pilates with Eula. For 20 years, I have been shaping bodies, crafting movement, and transforming lives by guiding people through kinesthetic techniques using Pilates and other movement-based methods. I offer surprisingly simple and comfortable approach to building physical and mental fundamentals for enhancing everyday mobility. If you're trying to recover from an injury, decrease pain, enhance your professional or recreational athletic activities, or just to recover from the hustle and stress of everyday life, I am your specialist. I teach private and semi-private sessions using reformers and other Pilates equipment in my home studio, in person and virtually. Let's move on, Pablo. What does my competitive market look like and where do I live? I fit. Pilates with Eula will be part of the fitness and wellness industry in Alamosa and the San Luis Valley area. Alamosa is the economic center of the San Luis Valley. There is no immediate direct competition since there is no other Pilates studio in town. Nevertheless, a close competition might be physical therapists, which we have 2, and fitness centers like our 3 or 5 in Alamosa. The closest Pilates studio is 78 miles from Alamosa. Pilates with Eula will provide services to the community of Alamosa as well as other short distance towns in the San Luis Valley. Let's keep moving, Pablo. Target customer. We have Joseph Pilates and Clara Pilates are the battle lab. Who is my 4% ideal customer and why? People between 45 and 64 years old, which makes it a 23% of San Luis Valley population. The target customers are adult women and men with an annual income above $40,000, own or rent homes in San Luis Valley. They are professionals who work in the San Luis Valley area, stay-home moms, or retired people. Also, health-conscious people that are proactive, investing money and time in their bodies, physical and mental health. Next, the 4Ps and messaging. How will my 4Ps and brand experience offer the best possible solution for the needs of my 4% customer? My service is a 50-minute private, duet, and a small group, 5 people maximum sessions. The price, I do have an introductory package for private sessions for $90. Base price per session is $50, and customers pay less through bundling payments. Placement. At the moment, focusing on Alamosa, in a near future, reaching out to our towns in the San Luis Valley that will stretch from Del Norte all the way to Creston. My promotion motto, Pilates by Eula, sculpts, trains, connect the dots for you, for young adults, new adults, and adult adults too, crafting intelligent bodies. Let's move on. Marketing action plan. What actions, tactics will be used to get the message out and generate leads? I will give dance and Pilates classes, workshops, and performances through local venues and organizations like Alamosa Parks and Recreation and the Next 50 program at Alamosa State University. In addition, local community gatherings like the Coffee Connections and the LeaderCast 2021 that was coordinated by the Chamber of Commerce of Alamosa and the San Luis Valley Small Business Development Center. Next, Operation Big Rocks. That's me in my studio. What are the big rocks that must be in place to deliver your service? Who? Me. What? The studio, Pilates equipment, technology for virtual sessions, marketing materials. Where? Alamosa and the people who live in towns around San Luis Valley. Next, let's go to operation cycles. My first activity is going to be training, which I have done through my ballet and dance career. Activity 2 is certification, which I acquired when I did my BFA in dance and the certification Pilates at Cornish College of the Arts in Seattle, Washington. Activity number 3 is having my studio. Activity number 4 is to have the equipment, and I do have some part of the equipment. Activity number 5 is advertisement. Activity number 6 is confirm booking appointments for the week, which is good. So I can prepare for the scheduling, which is activity number 7, weekly sessions. And I will have a layout of how many people I will have in my studio and how many places I will have open. So potentially I can call and reach for more clients for those times. Activity number 8 is customize a class that is going to be unique to every single customer or student. And the activity number 9 is going to be teaching. Before teaching, I will require my clients to sign 2 documents. One is going to be the liability form, and the second is going to be a welcome to the studio form, in which I will get to know a little bit about their backgrounds and their needs physically in their bodies and what we need to work on. Activity number 10 is collect the money, and activity number 11 is going to be follow up and confirm next booking. My capital needs. What major costs have you identified within your marketing and operations plans, and how will you convert them as you launch your business? I do have marketing materials, scheduling sales, accounting, Pilates equipment, streaming technology, certification and memberships, office, furnishing for mat and reformer studios, reception, legal services and insurance, and communication. That makes a total of $18,744.77. Let's move to the next one. That's me. Thank you.
It's 6 o'clock.
By the way, all the website, the Facebook and Instagram, they are not working. They are just prompts to use for the presentation.
All right, yay, thank you, Eula. That was great. Good job. Overcoming all technology issues. So thank you very much. And I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to catch up on the feedback form, since I know we were having issues there as well. But yeah, very good job, amazing job, Eula. Cool. Well, Eula, what's been your favorite thing so far about boot camp? You're muted.
I know that. It has been intense. For times it feels like I back to going to doing school. I feel like doing a master's or something like that. But I like the challenge, and I like the new concept that I can apply to the business. I like start feeling like an entrepreneur and using the lingo and the language. So it's really good. And the camaraderie that we have in ourselves is really good. So I like that feedback from our mentors and my peers.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing that. I think we can move on to our next entrepreneur now. So Miss Sandy, are you all ready to go?
I just put Sandy's form in the chat.
Miss Sandy, do you need to unmute yourself? Because we can't hear you. I see you on here.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
There you go. Okay.
And my name is Sandra Ortega. I'm the CEO of Meat Chili Shaker. I live at 825 9th Street in Alamosa, Colorado. And I can be reached at 719-588-8195. I'm starting off today with my pitch. Shake, 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 Meat Chili Shaker. Adds pizzazz to your food and tantalizes your taste bud. Not only is it delicious, but it is so nutritious. Sabroso y picoso. Made with the beloved New Mexico chili powder, Mama Daisy's locally grown organic garlic, Himalayan salt, and tons of love. Dare to be hot. You can shake it on your eggs, fruits, vegetables, meat, and of course, spice up your Bloody Marys and your Tia Marias. Get your chili shaker today at 825 9th Street or call me at 719-588-8195. And remember, you never want to leave home without it. First slide, Pablo. My market environment is relatively competitive and uncompetitive. The two products that I would feel that would maybe even be related to my chili shaker would be Tajin and Tabasco. We grow our own high altitude Mama Daisy organic garlic here with the Tierra Sana, which means good earth organic produce. Pablo? My ideal customer base. I had a wonderful photo at the beginning of my 2-year-old nephew who just refused to eat eggs. They came over to visit and voila, he fell in love. Now, little Eugene will not eat eggs without his chili shaker. I interviewed a range of people. The most people that I think that my target market are people who are passionate about food, and 99.9% of my target customers are adventurous people that love four-wheeling, skiing, you name it. And part of this too, target marketing and the people, it's about food and health. Next. How will my 4 pillars and brand experience offer the best possible solution? My product is Me Chili Shaker. I did me like MI for my, because the me is about the connection. You're making a connection with my shaker, with your food. The average price is $5 for a 2-ounce bottle. You can get it at 825 9th Street. And my promotion message is, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food, by Hippocrates. Next. My marketing, my map is the farmer's market, which has really been able to help me generate leads and establish a profile for all of my customers. Second would be specialty gift shops, craft shows, and ultimately social media. Next. The big rocks are who? Antonio and myself. We produce and we harvest the 12th generation Mama Daisy garlic, which originated in San Luis, the oldest town in Colorado, and have been able to produce it here in Alamosa. We are at 825 9th Street, and we grow locally at the Rio Grande Farm Park here in Alamosa. Next. My cycle is one activity. Of course, we've got to grow the garlic, harvest and process, purchase the chili from New Mexico, packaging the product, labeling the product, distributing the product, display, and selling the product. Activity number 8, which I believe is crucial, is a follow-up. It's in the follow-up. Next. My major costs at this point are a dehydrating machine, more product material, computer upgrades, social media webpage, total of $5,000. And at this point, my funding sources will be loans from the First Southwest loan program, direct sales, and my personal investment. I believe that's it. And oh, there it is. My little nephew is putting his chili on his eggs. And I think at the end of today, everybody needs to get their chili shaker. Thank you.
I was trying to unmute myself, but great job, Sandy. So yay, awesome job. And we love the photo of your nephew. That's super cute. And I'm glad that he's now eating eggs, and it's all due to you and this wonderful seasoning. So, I mean, I didn't need anything else to sell me on it. That's good enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, as everybody's finishing up their feedback forms, Sandy, what's been your favorite thing so far about boot camp?
The knowledge and also the wonderful experience to be able to reconnect and have the younger generations as my mentors, because as a wonderful 69-year-old woman, I refuse to get old. So by allowing me to have a paradigm shift, this has been one of the most fascinating aspects of my 60s. And I thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. That was awesome. Super sweet. Okay, well, we'll move on to our next entrepreneur. So Holly, you're up. Oh, excuse me, that's right. Sarah's internet went down too.
Do we wait or just do you want me to go?
Oh, sorry, I am having a coughing fit on top of everything else. Just a second, because I want to make sure we get your your feedback form link in the chat. So I'm going to do that right now.
I'm back, Sherry, and I just shared it.
Okay, great. There's Holly's. All right, Holly, you can go. Take it away.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Holly. I'm the founder, and I'm calling myself a holistic food alchemist. I'm the founder of Wild Spirit Delectables, and I'm located in Crestone, Colorado. I don't have social media accounts yet, but that's something that is in the works, and you'll hear about that later. So next slide, please. What does my market environment look like? In the United States, there's 3.1 million people who follow a gluten-free diet. And of the 3.1 million, there's 72% who are considered, I don't know if they say PWAGs or PWAGs, but it's people without celiacs avoiding gluten, which is myself and my family and a lot of other people. The gluten-free products market, not just bakeries, but the products market in general, is valued at $4.3 billion in 2019, and it's just expected to continue to keep growing, especially with everything with COVID and autoimmune and people just being more conscious of health and what they're eating. My competitive market in the San Luis Valley, and specifically locally, there are vendors that sell gluten-free products, maybe vegan products, but not specifically fermented, gluten-free, vegan. I mean, I hit all of the big vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, excuse me, I said that again. But so there are local bread makers. They offer maybe one type of bread that's gluten-free, but most other of their products are gluten breads. And there are 2 grocery stores here locally that do offer some options that are horrible. They taste awful. So my focus is on the San Luis Valley to provide fermented, gluten-free, vegan, organic, refined, sugar-free, soy and palm-free, and as always, made with unrefined and unenriched ingredients, which sets me apart. Next slide. My target customer, I have 2 age groups, millennial age 25 to 40, and then an older age 40 to 65 and up. And of those groups, they're either diagnosed with celiacs or gluten intolerance or have other food allergies or are PWAGs. I distinguish the 2 groups because millennial age, those are typically more health conscious consumers who want to eat healthy. The older group is as a result of eating unhealthy or having an unhealthy diet, they have to eat gluten-free or dairy-free, vegan, specialized diets. Most of my customers are currently mothers, and they are health-conscious individuals who also want their kids to have the best health. And if they're not mothers, it's just young individuals, health-conscious, who want to be healthy. And really, there's no price. I realize people, if they want healthy, they don't care about the cost or what their income is, so that's not something that's a factor. Next slide. Sorry, there's a lot on here. My product that I'm focusing on for this particular presentation is my gluten-free sourdough bread. The price averages $15 a loaf. If you add special ingredients like goat cheese, it's an additional charge. I serve the San Luis Valley and Crestone in particular. And my promotion message, it's a little long, I'm working on it, but here it goes. Located at the base of the Rocky Mountains, we lovingly transmute only the best quality ingredients into high vibrational food that resonates, heals, and nourishes the mind, body, and spirit. We caringly ferment in small magical batches, enhancing taste and boosting the health benefits in all of our treats and savories. Be free, be wild, and elevate your eating with Wild Spirit Delectables. Next slide. So my marketing tactics to generate leads and get the message out is to first create social media accounts. I Haven't done that yet. So that's step one. And leading people to my pages and generating new customers. Tactic two would be pop-up events at the kiosk. There's a turn before town, and Thursdays here is huge. It's bigger than our local farmers market, so I'm going to start doing Thursdays. Number three is to get my flyer and business cards out to local businesses, and in the San Luis Valley, letting people know who I am, I'm here, what I do. You can special order from me. I don't just do bread. And then tactic four is pre-order and bread subscriptions, word of mouth, and via social media. Next slide. My big rocks, what needs to be in place to deliver my products and service. I do everything. So I do it all. What I need is a mobile bakery that's also going to act as a commercial kitchen space, so that eventually I can get into grocery stores and things. But right now I'm just selling to individuals. I'll need marketing materials, signage, decals, and things like that for my trailer, and also digitally. Packaging materials and labeling for my baked goods. I need baking equipment. There's some examples there. Permits, licensing, bulk dry ingredients to stock my mobile trailer, new laptop for conducting businesses, hotspot, Wi-Fi capabilities, and a POS. And this is all going to be again in Crestone in the San Luis Valley. Next slide. My operation cycle, I get a bread order, I schedule and prep, gather the ingredients, prep those ingredients, bake the bread, cool it, which is a huge part of gluten-free baking. You have to let it cool. You can't send it off hot or warm. Package the bread and contact the customer to schedule delivery or pickup, deliver, and take payment. Next slide. So some of my capital needs and things that I need to move to the next level for my business is that mobile bakery. I want to get something used. I don't need brand new. So 5 to 10 grand, marketing materials. I want to do 1,000 because that covers marketing for my mobile food trailer as well as digital. Permit and licensing, my inspections, a Rofco oven, which allows me to make multiple breads at once versus 1 or 2 at a time, which is what I have to do now. And my new computer and a POS system. So it's going to be around $28,000. And I'm hoping for personal investment, friends and family, RMMFI grants, the Rural Women-Led Business Fund, and the first Southwest loan options. That's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Holly. Yay, I'm clapping. We're all clapping for you. You just can't hear us. That was great. Great job. And Holly, I'll ask you the same thing that I asked everybody else. What's been your favorite thing so far about boot camp?
I think when you asked Sandy, I was thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna ask me what's my answer. And what came to mind is like feeling like I'm not in this alone, like that's the best feeling. Like I have all these people that I can ask for feedback. I text messaged in a group, all my mentors last night for my right message, right audience, and it just feels good to know like I have resources, I have people, and I'm not alone. So thanks,
awesome.
Guys.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. I think that's a really good thing to point out is that in this boot camp, it's not just that you get to, learn some basic business things, but that you are surrounded with support and you aren't alone. And that will continue even after you get out of the boot camp. So it's really awesome. Cool. Well, let's move on to the next entrepreneur, which is Megan Stalzer. Megan, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, awesome. Take it away.
All right. So I'm Megan Stalzer, and I am the creator and founder of the woman-owned business Love You Infinity Cacao Honey Squares. Do you know someone who loves chocolate, who is looking for something to help perk up their day and that is healthy? This is exactly what I was looking to create for my hardworking husband, who is also a big chocolate lover. I combine the camel milk from our farm with raw cacao, honey, and raw cashew butter to make Love You Infinity Cacao Honey Squares. These 4 powerhouse superfoods give you the boost you need to perk you up while fueling you with such nourishing foods. I know that when my husband and son are enjoying one of these little squares, that they are consuming something so good for them and their bodies. I love them infinity, and I want them to have only the best. And I want the same for you. So come join the love and celebrate who you are by grabbing one of our cacao honey squares. Stop by the farm, order them off our website at loveyouinfinitychs.com. Now that you know a bit more about me and my product, let's take a look at my market environment. Next slide. What does my competitive market look like and where do I fit? 9 out of 10 people like chocolate, and in America, 2.8 billion pounds are consumed each year. So those statistics are pretty good in my favor. The consumption of dark chocolate is rising, and more people are looking for a chocolate that tastes good and has good health benefits. There are 2 other companies producing chocolates with honey, but none are producing chocolates with honey and camel milk. Love You Infinity will focus on producing a rich, nutritious, dense chocolate-tasting superfood that will give you energy and fill your body. Now let's talk about the target customer. Who is my 4% ideal customer and why? All genders ranging in age from 18 to 80, individuals who prefer the taste of dark chocolate, and individuals who are looking for high quality, healthy, and clean ingredients. They earn anywhere from $25,000 per year or more, and they're also health conscious and prioritize their health through what they eat. So they may have a low income, but they're focusing their budget on the food that they're buying to fuel their bodies. And also areas where a health food store is located. Let's talk about the 4 Ps and the message. How will my 4 Ps and brand experience offer the best possible solution for the needs of my customers? I offer a 1 ounce cacao honey camel milk square. The price is $4 per 1 ounce, and we're focusing on areas where a health food store is located. The message I'm communicating to my customers are, love who you are with every nourishing, supercharged, melt in your mouth bite. How are we going to market that? Let's talk about my marketing action plan. What actions and tactics will I be using to get my message out and generate leads? First one will be social media marketing through Facebook and Instagram, using Facebook ads to generate traffic to our website and Instagram handles such as Camel Milk Chocolate or Love You Infinity CHS to kind of see how our product is being perceived and how people are liking it. Second tactic is chocolate festivals, going where the chocolate lovers go, being able to sample our product and generate sales. Third one is setting up demos at health food stores. First round, going to the stores, demoing the product to the managers and store staff to get them to want to bring our product in. Second round is to then go back to the stores after they brought our product in and do demos during the peak hours of buying so that customers can then try our product and buy it. And the fourth one is partnering up with other camel milk distributors. So reaching those customers who are specifically looking for camel milk products. Okay, we've talked about the fun stuff, the product, the market, the message, who's going to buy it, how are we going to generate leads. Now let's talk about behind the scenes, the operations, the big rocks. Who? I will wear all the hats for the beginning, but we'll also have some help with delivering product with my husband. The what? These are some of the big things we need. Financial backing, nutritional label, shelf life testing, packaging and labeling, access to commercial kitchen, refrigerator and freezer during process and after to store the product, vehicle for transporting, website, point of sales program, industrial double broiler and mixing stick, more molds, more inventory of ingredients, accounting help and marketing help. Where? Produced in a commercial kitchen and sold at health food stores, online and at market and festivals. Now let me show you the operation cycles. Here are the activities and resources that we need to create our product. Order ingredients and packaging. Receive the orders. Determine which product to produce because we do have 2. There's the cashew butter based one and then the pumpkin seed butter based one, which allows those who have nut allergies to also enjoy the product. Book time at the commercial kitchen and produce the product, then package the product. And here's where things are a little different. So private versus commercial. With the private sale, we will collect the payment and then deliver the product either personally or via a shipping service. Or we would, with the commercial, we would communicate with the store on the payment terms. So we would deliver the product and then collect payment based off of those agreed upon payment terms, be it net 30, due on receipt, etc. And the last part and the most important part, follow up with their customers, express our gratitude for their support, and see what feedback they may have. To get this off the ground and running, we have some capital needs that we need to secure. That includes marketing, nutritional label and shelf life testing, packaging, ingredients, commercial kitchen rental, refrigerator, freezer, combo, equipment upgrades, accounting stuff, which all comes under just under $9,000. Our potential funding sources are a technical assistance grant, the grant from this wonderful boot camp, women entrepreneur loan, and personal investment. Now that we've discussed the potential and needs, I want to thank you for your support of Love You Infinity Cacao Honey Squares. You can find us at the loveyouinfinitychs.com and on Facebook and Instagram, both which are created but not exactly active. So thank you.
Awesome. Yay. Great job, Megan. And I enjoy your Campbell's Milk Fudge, so I'm just happy to see you moving forward with the business and everything. I'll ask you the same question I've asked everybody else. What's been your favorite thing about boot camp so far?
I really love all the knowledge that I'm learning and working with everybody. I've just enjoyed that, just seeing everyone grow, and also just the support and just getting that reassurance, like you're going in the right step, you're doing the right things, own it, be proud of it, don't second guess yourself.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks for sharing that. And we will keep it moving to our next entrepreneur. So Rhonda, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Awesome. I can hear you. I was just trying to make sure we could hear you. Take it away.
All right. Hello, I'm Rhonda Lobato, owner of The Vault, located in San Luis, oldest town in Colorado. The Vault is a speakeasy, hidden bar, incorporated into a historical experience of the building, which was the first bank of Colorado. This building still has the original vault inside of it, hence the name. We're located at 355 Main Street. You can visit our website at thevaultsanluis.com. Next slide. The market environment of the Vault is, what does my competitive market look like and where do I fit? So Alamosa and Costilla, New Mexico are the closest bars to the Vault. They're 40 and 20 miles away. So there really is no other competition other than the liquor store and Thai Hut. The Speakeasy is a specialty destination. It's an inclusive experience. Next slide. My target customer. Who is my 4% ideal customer and why? So the ideal customer is the local 21+-year-olds, the tourist 21+-year-olds, and private group celebration groups for weddings, bachelorette parties, birthdays, etc. Next slide. The 4 P's of messaging. How will my 4 P's and brand experience offer the best possible solution for the needs of my 4% customers? And what is the right message I need to communicate to that audience? The product or service is specialty alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. The price range will average $5 to $10 a drink. The placement is downtown Main Street, San Luis, and promotion is entertainment, historical ambiance, and experience. Next, marketing action plan. My first tactic was a community survey. We conducted a community survey for the wants and needs, and a bar was actually one of the top feedback that we got from our community. Tactic number 2 is our website and social media accounts. We will build anticipation with a coming soon and grand opening and that kind of promotion. Number 3 will be billboards, and tactic number 4 will be radio ads, along with our local newspaper ads. Next, the big rocks. What are the big rocks that must be in place to deliver your products and service? The who is Lupine Luna LLC. That's myself and my daughters, a woman Hispanic owned entrepreneurship. What is the capital for construction? That's our biggest rock. Equipment, furnishings, and inventory are the next smaller rocks. Where this is right downtown San Luis. Next slide. So this operation cycle is actually an operation cycle of our startup. So our focus at this point is to, number 1, start our business, and we have done that. We open a bank account and we are seeking funding. Number 2 is to seek further resources for support. The organizations that are assisting us with technical assistance and funding for specific things like activity number 3, cost estimates for architectural plans and construction, structural engineering, those kind of activities. Activity number 4 will be to apply for grants and loans. Activity number 5 will be the actual construction and remodeling of the building. Activity number 6 will be to install furnishings and equipment. Activity number 7 is to advertise like crazy for a grand opening. And activity number 8, we will be in business. Next slide. So the major costs that we've identified with our marketing and operations plan are, number 1, the capital construction. So for the purposes of this boot camp, I've demonstrated and focused on the speakeasy, but our business is actually an all-inclusive business that incorporates a mixed use of affordable housing and commercial use. So we're also incorporating into the business a bakery, eatery, a fun zone, which will be called the Wolf Den, and some commercial rental space. So it'll be a multi-use space. So different businesses can rent out on the bottom floor, and then affordable housing units on the top floor. So the construction cost is estimated at being 2.1 million. Our architect, engineering, surveying fees are around 18,000. Our furnishings and equipment are estimated to be around 50,000 each, 50,000, and then inventory another 50,000. So we're looking at $2,218,000. Our funding sources are CHAFA, who has been really instrumental in covering some of the technical assistance and grant resources. DOLA is another funding resource that we're looking at going for grants through them. Rocky Mountain SARE Workforce Center and the Department of Social Services have shown interest in our project and would like to be a part of it. And then, of course, the banks. We've got to apply for some loans. Next slide. This is a screenshot of our website, and this is to build anticipation and excitement in our community. The Vault is a place where you're going to be able to eat and drink, visit, live, work, and play. And next slide. It's coming soon. And here's our contact information. We also do have a Facebook and a Instagram page that are the Vault San Luis.
Woo!
Awesome. Great job, Rhonda. I can't wait to come and visit the vault and get a libation, which I could use right now. But that was really great. So thank you. And I'll ask you the same question. So what's been your favorite thing so far?
My favorite thing has been the feedback from our mentors and you, Sherry and Dre. Just seeing the excitement that I bring to people when I talk about our project in itself is pretty rewarding. And, you know, as a public servant, I just love growing excitement in my community. So the boot camp has definitely helped me to focus on a lot of details as well.
Awesome.
Megan has given me excellent feedback and just making friends here. The camaraderie has been fascinating and fantastic. I love you guys.
Oh, awesome. I love to hear that. It makes me feel so good. Y'all keep talking about the camaraderie and not feeling alone and just having other people in there with you. And that's beautiful because it's, you know, it's one of the added benefits of being in this boot camp. So thanks for sharing that.
Definitely. Thank you.
We have one more entrepreneur left. So last but definitely not least, Miss Elena, are you ready to go?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here to listen to our presentations. So my name is Elena Miller-Turkile. My parents wanted to make sure I could never spell my name. I am the owner and operator of Cactus Hill Farm. And I hope after I listened to everyone's presentation, I was like, oh, I should have put pictures because I have such cute baby sheep. So please follow me on Instagram, Cactus Hill Farm. It is live and active, and you can like scroll down and there's cute baby sheep. Also, we are on Facebook at Cactus Hill, and my website is cactushillfarm.com. Just right now going through a revamping, which is awesome, moving it from a different platform. So yeah, and that's my cell phone. So if you have any questions, please feel free to text or call me. Yep, and we're in Capulin, even though the address says La Jara, it's like one of those sneaky little things that we don't have a address because of the post office, but we are out here by Capulin. So yeah, next slide. Thank you. So what does my competitive market look like and where do I fit? There actually are a lot of local fiber artists. I know it may be surprising, but Kim Perkins is up in Blanca. She is a dyer. There's Perla Kopperloff who does wet felting, and there are also many more. These are the ones that I feel like are really active and very active in the fiber community. They are also very talented women, I have to say. I'm always in awe of their skills in dyeing and making beautiful things. So there is also another farm that does make me a bit nervous. And I talked it over with my mentors. There is a farm called 2BU in Del Norte, and they actually have the exact same sheep as I do. Like we bought from the same farm and everything. And so it makes me a little nervous. So I think that's always in the back of my mind, is trying to diversify from their program and set myself apart somehow. Also, I do have to say there are tons of cheap yarns. So what I do, and I wasn't clear, but I run a farm and then I raise sheep, and then I take the sheep and I turn all the wool into different products that I sell. And I think that there are lots of cheap options. Like I was at Walmart, which is not a place that I love, but it's full of lovely acrylic yarn. And I really just want to say that is not my target audience, because people want cheap stuff and that is not what I'm offering. So next slide. Yeah, so who is my ideal customer? So I am selling to people who love to work with something natural. So definitely other fiber artists, they come to me and ask me about wholesale deals, and they want to buy raw fleeces, or maybe they want to buy something that's a little bit more processed. They are awesome because they want to buy larger quantities, and I have found that they're both men and women. A lot of them are, I haven't found that it fits either category. And then of course, home knitters and spinners. So these are people who want to make things from the beginning to end. They want to hear a story. They want to know about the farmer. They want to know about the sheep. They want to know where their wool is coming from. Again, I just want to say they're not the cheap yarn or acrylic buyers. It doesn't fit. So I can't compete with $1 for a huge amount of yarn. I can't compete with those prices. So Yeah, and again, as far as age group, I have seen everything from 6-year-olds to 90-year-old women and men. And I've noticed something, and not to make a stereotype, but men tend to really like to get deep into the spinning and to fiber art. And so it's kind of fun when I do get those male customers because they're really involved and they have gone dark. Oh, that's sorry, not the right words. They have gone deep down the rabbit hole. That's what they call it. So excuse my fumbling words. All right, next slide. So here are my 4 P's of messaging. This is the right message to the right audience. So the things I'm selling are naturally homegrown, hand-dyed yarn and other wool products. And they range in price from about $25 to $80, but it's kind of hard to say because there's different product lines within that. I do have my website, so sell online. I also use social media to get stuff out there. And then I do sell in person at fiber shows. And I'm with Holly. This is a bit of a long message, but I am working on it. So this is a family-owned certified organic farm that has been in my family for 6 generations. We use the historic acequias to deliver snowmelt and spring water from the mountains to raise our crops. We practice a whole ecosystem approach to agriculture, such as building the soil, restoring our river, caring for our critters, and growing the next generation of stewards for the land. Our homegrown wool products are natural, biodegradable, antimicrobial, and raised right here on the farm. Next slide. Yeah, so what are the things I'm working on and have been working on? One thing I'm not great at is sending out a newsletter. I do have like 500 people signed up for a newsletter, and I need to do better with that. So that's definitely something that I need to work on as a marketing tactic. Online posts and product promotion on Instagram and Facebook, especially special interest groups on Facebook. And this is something I love, is that Facebook has a group for everybody. So it sounds very specific, but there's groups for people who want to make things out of wool. So I just post to those, and it seems to really get people interested in going to my website. And that's cool too, because it opens up a market. Instead of just being the Valley, my market can be the United States, which I love. It is more challenging to sell internationally because of shipping and because of all these things that I don't understand that are really complicated when you try to sell online internationally. There's like customs forms and stuff. So another thing that I really want to work on is creating partnerships with others who do well with their marketing. There is tons of fiber artists out there. And I think partnering with them, like my sister tells me, you can't do everything, you know, being a designer and a farmer and all these things. So hopefully to partner with some people. And then also using fiber shows to generate more followers. So next slide. Okay, big rocks, who does what? So me and my dad pretty much take care of the sheep and do all the work. And I have a few volunteers, which I'm always so grateful for. And then of course, what are we doing? We're raising fiber products, so wool products that customers are willing to buy using the website. And also we need to make sure our sheep are healthy, of course, and also in-person sales. Our processing is done by wool mills around Colorado. I do all the dyeing in my studio here at home. And then we raise the sheep here on the farm. Next slide. Okay, I wrote a lot of words on this, and after I saw everybody else's, I was like, oh, less words was better. But anyway, basically the basic concept of taking care of the sheep is top priority. Without sheep, there is no product. So making sure our sheep are healthy, making sure we work on their genetics to improve the wool, and then of course, harvesting this wool, making sure it's good quality, getting it processed, and then I will work on dyeing, labeling, getting products out there, communicating with customers, both in person and on social media and the website. And then of course, packaging, ordering, getting all the shipments out, and getting the product to the customer. Okay, next slide. So I kind of broke down expenses. This was actually very helpful for me. It does cost me about $5,000 or more a year for processing. The sheep are expensive to take care of, $15,000 a year. And of course, I think it's important to make wages so that I can actually pay for home improvements in my life and my kid. So the way I'm going to pay for this, I do have a line of credit with a bank. Fiber shows make me about a certain amount, and I am actually generating sales online, but I will need some more capital. So looking into some options, maybe a USDA grant. I don't know. We will see. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so thank you so much for listening again. And actually, you can go to the last slide. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I know it's kind of like a different world because the fiber world is maybe something we don't all think about, which is ironic because we all wear clothing. So we all connect with fiber some way or another. We just don't realize that we do. So being part of that process of actually like creating clothing from the beginning to the end is something that I love, and it's an honor to be a part of that. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Elena. That was great. I learned a lot. Like that was very informative for me because I really don't know what all goes into the fibers. And I got to meet some of the sheep. So that was an incredibly cool trip that we made down there. But yeah, that was awesome. So great job. And you get the same question everybody else got. So what's been your favorite thing so far?
Well, I mean, I could go on and on, but I do have to say, like, from the beginning to end, for Southwest Bay, connecting with RMFFI is just amazing. I got the grant originally to build my studio, so that's like getting me actually going. But I love the mentor group, and I know they're all here, so I just want to say thank you so much. Dana's like, I don't have any business sense, but her like wisdom is amazing. Feline has so much knowledge when it comes to like social media and just marketing. And Geraldine, I really appreciate, she has such a unique perspective and just it brings so much to the table. So I have to say, like, the mentor group is, I love them. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you, everyone. And I hope that you decide to stay on for just a few more minutes and jump into some breakout rooms with our entrepreneurs and give them some feedback. So we are, I have created some breakout rooms kind of randomly dedicated to each one of our entrepreneurs. And so I'm going to open up the rooms and give us about 5 to 7 minutes to give some group feedback in the breakout rooms. And I want to just make sure, chat with the entrepreneur, verbal feedback, some encouragement. We've got, this entire cohort is just rock stars galore because they just are. Like, I'm just in awe.
We should do a quick round of applause before we all go into our breakout rooms in case people get disconnected.
Yeah, let's do it. Everybody unmute and clap and yay.
Woo! Great job, entrepreneurs.
Good job.
Good job.
So awesome. So awesome. Okay. I think that's the end of our slideshow, so I can stop sharing, or actually Pablo's sharing. And then, we got all our announcements out, so I'm gonna go ahead and put us in our breakout rooms. So I'll give us 5 to 7 minutes. When we have like 2 minutes left, I'll send a warning and we can all come back and say goodbye. Hold on real quick, let me just.
Can I just butt in real quick, Sherry?
Oh yeah, hey Jason.
Hey there, ladies, you all are incredible. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave right now, but I just wanted to tell you how awesome you all were. I am so happy and so proud of, happy for and proud of you all. And please, again, reach out to us, let us know how we can help, but just super proud of you all.
Thanks, Jason. All right, so I'm gonna open up the rooms and I'll actually jump in the one I put Jason in. So we'll see you all back here in about 5 minutes.